50 years is a long, long time.
That's even older than my mom.
And that's how long you've helped kids just like us grow up happy,
Safe,
And out of trouble. But chances are we probably wouldn't be here.
and this place where we come every day.
after school.
Would look much, much different.
If one person hadn't believed
50 years ago,
in the power of one.
Theda Clark Smith was a part of the Peters family. The Peters family had the mansion here.
She had a real heart for this neighborhood and for a lot of our children that went to Chamberlain Elementary School, which traditionally were poorer children. Her family later on started the Theda Clark Smith Foundation.
The first original Boys Club building was an old mansion donated by the Smith family, and it was every bit as big as you can imagine. Each room had something different for the kids.
In the beginning, it was the Boys Club, and then it became the Boys and Girls Club. So there were just more children attending. They needed more space. They needed a bigger building.
When I first got here, the club was pretty much 2 big rooms. We were averaging maybe 70 kids a day, and now we're averaging 330 kids a day.
They say you can't build a mountain out of a molehill, but we've got a mountain.
Today we serve 2,500 children in clubs in Goshen, Napanee, Middlebury, Bristol, and soon Elkhart, so we're very excited about that.
It's a miracle. It takes a whole community to put this together.
for every one of us who come to the club after school,
Scan our cards and set off to explore.
There's a story.
and because of you, our stories change forever.
When they cross paths with
one person like Mike Smith.
First time I came to the Boys and Girls Club, I was about 6 years old. It was either come here or go home by myself and find something to do.
When I first met him, he was hyperactive and rambunctious and mischievous, and he had a real knack for getting people to want to beat him up.
I think Mike is a very special individual who connects with lots of kids at the lowest common denominator for them. He knew how to connect with Caleb and knew what he needed and where he needed it.
I treated him like I had no clue what he was like away from the club. And after knowing him for a little while, I offered him a job.
I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was a young child. Mike took that need for me to need attention, and he gave me something to do with it.
It's just amazing to me, the kid that came to us for the first time is now a sergeant in the National Guard.
Mike was the only person that actually thought that something good was going to happen with me. Mike is definitely an angel, and I believe he's an angel for somebody else right now.
When you decide to open your heart to make room for us, you don't just make us smile or laugh.
for one moment in time. You plant a seed which can grow strong and true.
And if enough of the seeds are nurtured,
An entire community
Can be transformed.
I met Renard Williams, and he was a 16-year-old who had kind of a chip on his shoulder when I first met him.
I never knew my pops. My mom, she really wasn't like he was supposed to be. I just had it rough. I was hanging out with the wrong people because I felt as if that nobody really cared.
We bonded pretty quickly. He was in a stage in his life where he was searching for someone to believe in him.
Kevin relates to kids in genuine ways because Kevin sees himself in a lot of kids.
He had tremendous leadership potential. He just didn't realize it. I invited him to be part of our Boys and Girls Club.
If I hadn't came when Kevin asked, then I probably wouldn't be the person that I am now. He was that father figure that I never had. He's just been a big inspiration in my life.
It's been 12 years. He has matured into such a fine young man. And today, he's our athletic director at the Boys and Girls in Goshen. I'm so proud of Renard.
At the Boys and Girls Club
of Greater Goshen,
they give us a positive place
where everyone can have hope for the future.
and where there is power
And one.
Most people think, well, I'm just one person. You know, what can I do?
That's all it takes. It takes one person, one feeling, one embrace.
It's all about the one-on-one relationships. If you can create that relationship with a kid, you have a shot at being able to help them stay on the right path and succeed.
Peace your heart stays here, after you get involved with it.
Come and visit. Come any time that they are open. See this place in action. I mean, wow, it's amazing.
If you volunteer for one day, you're going to affect one kid's life no matter what. I'll do anything for this place. I loved it.
Having lost a child, it's extremely special to me to get a hug at the end of the day, or a child come up to me and just say hi.
Every person is important. Every person has potential.
I don't know which child is coming through that's going to impact our world or our community, but we're going to treat every child like they're the one.
One person, just like you.
That's all it takes.
The only requirement to impact our lives.
The only thing needed at the Boys and Girls Club
is to recognize the power you have inside.
The power
of one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Thank you.
Thank you.